I feel the spirit of Michael Buffer, so let's get ready to rumble. Top action coming your way as the number 2 Liberty Flames go head up against the number 11 UMBC Retrievers. Now, after talking with Coach Fritz before the game, he said a win today will boost his team's confidence and also help them in the rankings, but they have to pick up the slack from the previous performance against the Flames. Now, for the Flames, they plan to keep the Retrievers on their leash and to continue on with the Liberty tradition. What does that, may you ask? Well, simple, to get a ring by spring.
All right, thank you very much, Shaq Cook. That was just filled with magic.
Awesome. Well, the Flames' top 5 game coming up today as the Liberty Flames go head up against the Toledo Rockets. Now, the Flames had a tie game yesterday against Davenport, and they're trying to regroup to come out today to secure a victory. Now, after speaking with Coach Felser for the Rockets, he said this game is going to be very close and very competitive. So fans, make sure to stay glued to your seats because in the words of Donald Trump, this game is going to be great.
Absolutely.
Well, battle of the undefeated teams tonight. The Flames come into this game 12-0, currently ranked number 2 in the Southeast region, while Penn State is currently ranked number 3 at 6-0. Now, after speaking with Coach Lewis before the game, he said this Penn State team is very unpredictable. They've only lost 5 games in the past 2 seasons, in which a few of those losses came from the Flames. So, Flames fans, bring your fire extinguisher just in case the Penn State turns up the heat. Coach, before the game, you said that your team will have to pick up the slack from the previous matchup if they plan to win. What does that consist of?
A lot of it consists of back pressure in our own defensive zone. I mean, in the first period, we gave up 4 goals there. A lot of that just due to defensive breakdowns. You know, I thought we did a good job in the first period of getting pucks deep in their end, but we're not taking care of our own zone, and that was a big problem. You got a couple guys on their team that are being really effective running the slot, and, you know, they're not dropping pucks back and just burying them on us. That last goal, we had 3 guys that screened our goaltender, and that's what happened. So we got to do a better job in our own zone.
And Coach, 2 of your players right now ranked in the top 20 for lead scorers. What type of leadership will they have to conduct in order to seal the deal?
I mean, leadership's important. I mean, we got to pick ourselves up where we left off. Like I said, a lot of it right now is just bearing our chances. We're having some opportunities, but we're just not putting the puck in the net, and they are. I thought we actually outshot that team actually in the first period, but, you know, they put in 4, we only put in 1. So we got to pick ourselves up and keep going, and it starts from our own end. But, you know, a big thing, I think we're doing a good job of getting pucks deep in their zone and making them play a good 200-foot game. If we got to force them to go 200 feet, it's going to be very important, and it's going to struggle for their offense.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Not a problem.
All right, thank you.
In the words of President Trump, you guys are winning and winning big. What is your message to your team to prevent them from being comfortable and complacent going into the third period?
Yeah, I feel like this game's just been kind of going through the motions a little bit, and I'm not sure why we lack the energy, and they got a short bench too, and but you know, our message all year is we're kind of playing against ourselves. So we've got to win. We've got to win a lot of games big based on where we're ranked to try to stay where we're at or potentially advance to a number 1 spot. But we're just playing against ourselves, trying to play against our game and get to where we want to be. And we know big games are coming and big moments. So as much as we can, I know our guys are getting sick of hearing it. We're trying to find ways to stay motivated and just continue to get better.
Now, speaking of rankings, you guys are currently ranked number 2. And you said before the game that you guys have a target on your back, that teams come in, give you their best shot, and then become slack going into the rest of the season. How does that feel to have such a target on your back?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that. We've had other teams in the past when we've played Florida, and they've been a perennial number 1. We always got amped up for it and excited. So I get the feeling that other teams do that. This is a game with us is marked on their calendar, and it's a chance for them to impress the computer ranking. So we've seen that, and we've done our best to kind of quell that, and it's important that we come out quick and try to impose our will and take some of their life out of them. We did that today.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right, thank you.
All right, Coach, coming into this game, you said this would be a very close and competitive matchup. You guys are currently up 2-0. What will your team have to do in the second period to sustain the lead?
We've got to clean a lot of our stuff up. We're bad in the neutral zone. We got to figure that out. We just got to clog more lanes up. 2-0's nothing. As far as I'm concerned, it's a 0-0 game right now.
And Coach, you had a lot of success as a high school hockey coach, leading your team to national championships and even going as far as winning silver and bronze medals. Now, you said that your goal here is to win a national championship for Toledo. How will a win tonight contribute to that goal?
It obviously helps us in the rankings and puts us in a better draw situation when we do go, if we do go. But we can't count that yet.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
No problem. Thanks.
First period was very tough. Things just didn't go your way. In the second period, you guys came out, put points on the board, but failed to take the lead. What's going to be your message to your team to motivate them to come out to the third period and take full control?
I mean, I think we just need to adapt to the game. We had a couple games that were pretty just clean and fast skating, not a lot of penalties. This one's got a little bit grimier, lots of stick work, and our guys aren't adapting to it very well. We're just complaining, we're getting upset, and then missed assignments. I mean, 2 or 3 of the goals that period are just trailers in the play, and we're just not picking them up, and that's forward's job. That's something I need to do better, to communicate, make sure our guys are finding those late trailers.
And Coach, yesterday you guys had a tie game, put a dent in being undefeated on the season. With that being said, how important is it to come out and finish this game tonight with a win in the showcase?
Yeah, I mean, every game's important. Computer rankings, these guys are right behind us. They'll probably jump Penn State to number 3. So, yeah, I mean, every game's important, but it's just important for us to find a way to get games like this done and find a way to win.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Now, Coach, coming into this game, you said this Penn State team is very unpredictable. Now, with a 6-point lead and 2 periods down, what can you expect from Penn State going into the third period?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good hockey team. I don't think the score is indicative of how good of a program they have. Yeah, they're a little unknown. They're young. I think they lost 5 of their top 7 scores. So we didn't know what to expect other than that they were going to be fast and deep. And I think we just kind of jumped all over them. I don't know if bus legs or if we're just hitting our spots and got a couple bounces. But I'm real happy with the way our guys are playing. And anytime we can be in the lead like this after 2, I'm happy.
Great, Coach. Now, Coach, since the 2012 season, the series between Penn State and LU is currently tied. Now, what would be the difference maker in your team tonight to seal the victory and take the lead in the series?
Yeah, I mean, we've put ourselves in a good spot, so we just got to take care of our own end. Epps playing good in the net, so we just got to support them and pick up those rebounds. We did a lot better job in the second period. We gave up 3 partial breakaways in the first, so we did a lot better job just watching out for their speed. But we're in a good spot. I think we'll come out and play good defensive hockey and should be in a good spot at the end of the game.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Shaq.
So I have with me here the club sports coordinator for the UMBC Retrievers, Ms. Christian Alexander. So, Christian, what are some of your responsibilities as coordinator?
As the club coordinator, I actually run 24 teams, and I kind of run them from the ground up, where I manage their budgets, their practice times, their game schedules, and their travels.
With 24 teams, 750 students, what are some of the challenges that you face in your position?
Honestly, it's keeping up with the teams. They're all pulling me different directions, whether it's traveling for ice hockey, trying to get their travel arrangements set, or it's our fundraising situation that our crew team's going through. So just trying to give them 100% of my efforts as I can all the time.
You've been in this position for 4 years. What is your greatest joy?
Watching my students grow and graduate. At UMBC, we really strive to make sure that our students are learning everyday things that they can use out in society. So it's watching them grow, and then when they graduate, seeing what they do with the rest of their lives. Whether it's one of my students actually just opened his own business, so it's watching his business grow. It's very exciting.
Thanks a lot, Christian.
No problem. Thanks.
So I'm here with the parents of Peter Kazmazak, and I have a couple of questions. So Peter is currently a team captain. Dad, what does that say about his work ethic?
Well, he's always been a hard worker ever since he was a young boy, and he's had some great Liberty captains that he's learned from over the past 4 years.
All right. And Mom, now Peter, after he graduates, do you want him to go to the NHL, or do you want him to just get a job and move out the house and pay bills?
I want him to come back to the best city in the country of Buffalo, New York.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, parents. Jared, you were named Goalie of the Week for the conference. How does this boost your confidence going into the rest of the showcase?
It boosted a little bit, but I know with the guys in front of me that as long as I can see the puck and I know I can stop it, that I'll get the job done.
Big win tonight against a Penn State University, undefeated at that, in a rivalry team. Now, how do you guys take this momentum into a top 5 game against Davenport tomorrow?
Well, it gives us a ton of confidence. We got the guys showing up today that needed to score, and hopefully that carries over tomorrow. Besides that, as long as we show up, we play our 5-on-5 hockey, we should win.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you heard him right there, Jared. And here goes Shaq Cook with the player of the game.
And you guys have won all 3 games in the showcase. How would that help you in the rankings?
It'll definitely help us in the rankings. I think Davenport and Liberty were ahead of us, so definitely be a boost, but it's not really about the rankings. We're just coming out here to play some good hockey, playing our hardest, and we ended up getting all 3 wins, so we're good.
Now, Liberty came into the showcase undefeated on a 13-game win streak. Now, they had a tie game yesterday, but you guys gave them their first official loss of the season. How does that feel?
I didn't know that. That's a good feeling, but again, we're just trying to win every game we come out here. We're just playing hard, doing the little things right, and come out with a win, great. And that's what we did this weekend.
All right, thanks a lot, Ian.
Thank you.
Great work by the Rockets once again, especially by number 20.
Coach Paul Bloomfield.
Coach, you guys are playing very great right now and have been taking control of the game the entire time, but what can you expect from Rhode Island going into the 3rd period?
We just got to keep playing our game. We're outplaying them. We just got to get in the net. We just got a little sloppy there, and they got one back on us, but we just got to keep going. We should be able to handle this team, and our girls are really rolling the puck pretty good today, so we're looking for a good 3rd period.
Now, with 1 minute and 31 seconds on the clock, your 4-1 lead was cut in half. Now, what's going to be your message to your team to seal the deal in the 3rd period?
I'm going to tell them to go to the net, get the puck in front of the net. That goalie's not very big. We need to capitalize on those opportunities and get it done.
Thanks, Coach. Joey, back to you.
We're here once again from
Coach, challenging first period coming in. What will your team have to do to take control of the 2nd period?
Well, I think we haven't really gotten to what we do best yet, so I think we need to get back to that. I also think we need to keep it a little simpler in our D zone. I think we're trying to do too much, so I just think we need to simplify that.
Now, Coach, you've been a part of Penn State hockey since 1994. You've seen a lot of success. Your team has currently lost 5 games in the past 2 seasons. How will a win tonight contribute to your team goals as well as the legendary success that you've created for this team?
Well, I think 4 out of the 5 games we lost were to this team, so I don't think it's that bad a thing. I think if we won tonight, it would be helpful to break that little win streak they've got going, and maybe make them think a little bit differently about us when we get here. But we'll see. We'll see how we do this period. Hopefully we'll turn a couple things around.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Hey, what a game for you today, earning a hat trick. What would it take for you to continue to lead your team to success for the rest of the season?
Just hopefully to keep leading by example through hard work and motivating my teammates to do the best to come out on top every game.
Now, Rhode Island, they decided to come back near the end of the game. Were you ever concerned that this game was going into overtime?
Not overly. I knew we just had to tighten up. We all knew what we had to fix. Just little things defensively and execute a more defensive style game, and I knew we'd come out with the win.
Thanks, Kerry.
No problem.